Media Network.
Thank you for joining us. This is Rispa Abraham with Anchor Network, where we bring you conversations with ordinary people doing extraordinary work. In our episode today, we will be having conversations around matters finance, specifically SACCOs in the diaspora, and we will be featuring the Grand Granite Diaspora SACCO. We are about to hear what it is, what it's about, what they do, how they do it, when they do it. But let's find out who they are. So, who is Lily?
A healthcare worker. To be precise, a healthcare administrator.
Okay.
A case manager in the psychiatric hospital.
Okay.
I've been in healthcare for as many years as I can remember. I love doing community work, regardless of my healthcare background. I love doing what makes people happy in the community. I volunteer a lot.
And who is Dr. Ongaki?
Well, my name is, like you said, Jacob Ongaki or Jake, whichever way. We're not so picky. I'm not so picky on my name. So, of course, I've quite a few places I've lived. When I came the first time, I landed in New England, that is Boston area, and then I moved to Texas, and then now I'm in Colorado, and I'm trying to find a way myself back to Texas. So mostly for work purposes. I worked in the corporation for about 16 years in the finance industry and accounting. And then after that, I wanted to do something where I can just be able to help more. And that was teaching.
Okay.
So that's when I started teaching, and then, but I wanted to get a job, but I couldn't get a job. I needed that doctorate.
Okay.
That's what brought me to be to pursue my PhD. So so I'm a PhD in finance, and I teach one of the universities in Colorado University.
So Grand Granite Diaspora SACCO, a great idea, but it began somewhere. How did it begin?
So it was during the COVID time.
Okay.
We were seated in the house. We were talking about doing something which can bring Omogusii community to a certain level that we can be able to work together. A community that is going to start rebuilding itself. And we thought about the SACCO. We started scavenging around to see what we can do. I think he explains more better on that, but I will explain on my level. I'll leave him do his own drill. You know, everybody has their basics. So we were thinking about the SACCO. It has a different journey to that, to my level here. So when we started, I kind of pushed him, hey, we can do this. Some people have done it, why not us? He challenged me.
Okay.
He told me, hey, give me 50 people. Of course, you need around 10 people to register the SACCO.
He gave you a higher number.
Oh, he gave me 50. Who am I? Oh, I got my green book. It says book. I started writing down the friends that I know from all the places that he has mentioned where he's been. I've been there too, from New Hampshire, from Texas here, Colorado, and now the friends that I know and their friends. I was over 50 people. So I told him, hey, I think I have the names.
Overachiever.
Oh, yes. And I told him, I think this one is doable and we can do it.
Okay.
So we were seated in our living room, went to the kitchen, take some coffee. The conversation kept going, and that is how the Grand Granite Diaspora was born.
Okay. So full disclosure, you're husband and wife.
Yes.
Okay. All right. You know, normally when you have a couple, there's a different story on how they met. Jake,
Absolutely.
How did the Grand Granite Diaspora SACCO start?
In fact, it was 2020, like she said, and then I had come back. I had gone to send out my mom, and then came back, and then we were just immediately when COVID was about to hit, and then we were just stuck in the house, working from home. Business has transitioned. Even at the school, we were going online. So my idea, actually, I had been wanting to find a way in which we can just be able to find a community and work together. So when I had moved to Colorado, now I had wanted to join a SACCO myself. And I wanted such something that we can just be able to grow together and work together and have that kind of cohesion together. So that's how, that's basically the vision. And then my first thing was I wanted to find people from the community that who can just be able to support us. Okay. Because it's not a one-person show. Right. The way the corporates were set up, it is a member. Member is the one who makes decisions. Member is the one who drives the SACCO. So from that time, then I just approached Lily. She was my closest first. I just asked her, what do you think we can do this? She say, yeah. But I warned her that, you know, this is a lot of commitment, and it's gonna be able to take a lot of time, and therefore. But she assured me that the things will be. It will go okay, and indeed she was right on that. So I approached the 3 other friends, and then I say, I have an idea, let's go to this. Not everybody bought into the idea, but Mr. Moturu, who's our current chairman, and then the vice chair, Jerusa Mangera from New Hampshire, and then of course Emory, the wife to the chair. So they agreed that, yeah, we can do this, and then that's how we started. So that would be the 5 founders that you can just be able to say on, and then before we started getting into the core people. Okay,
I like that you highlight that you approached other people because you knew from the very beginning that this is not something that you could do by yourself.
Absolutely.
There was a lot of commitment, time, skill. You had to bring all that together. So, and you know, they say if you want to go faster, go alone, but if you want to go far, you go together.
Absolutely.
So realizing that you need others for you to be able to go as far as you can take the SACCO, I think that was one of the great decisions that you made at the very beginning. What are your objectives as a SACCO?
So it's 2 main. Actually, the SACCO, you can say it's actually, we have like, it's a cooperative society. We call them societies in general, but SACCO is just the acronym, savings and credit. That's what the short name for it is. So we have the savings, which is members can put money together, just like this Jamasa or this what you call merry-go-round. But this is a regulated entity. It's a company. It's regulated from Kenya, and we go by the bylaws, and we get governed by the regulators from Kenya. We file our paperwork to there every quarter and annually, so that at least they can pop in anytime and oversee what we're working on. So that's one for savings. Member pool money. It's just like a mutual fund. I worked in the financial industry, so it's a credit union. That is the version of that. So you members put money together, and then once they put the money together, and then they can just be able to use that money to borrow if they need to. If that money is not borrowed, of course it's in the bank, and then you can be able to invest it until the members wants to use it. So, but it's typically for the members' money to borrow. So, and then it's a low interest rate because it's member driven, just like the union, CAW, and all those things that we used to have. That is one part of that. And then there's also the investment. Lily calls it the investment arm. It's an investment society. So we basically have 2 organizations running at the same time.
Okay, so we'll come back to the investment conversation, but you mentioned that the paperwork, the filing, the regulation, all that is done in Kenya. So for the interest of those who may not understand why, can you maybe clarify on how you are regulated? And who regulates you, and then how do these SACCOs operate in silos? Left hand is not talking to the right hand, or are there any points of convergence?
First of all, the registration goes to the Ministry of Cooperatives, and that's where all the SACCOs are registered and they're approved. It may take some time, but then so from there, just the savings, which is the SACCO, leave alone the investment. So the SACCO, they are regulated by the Ministry or the Commissioner, who's Mr. Bonyo right now. And then after that, because to safeguard the people's assets, they give them another entity within the cooperative, which is the Commissioner's office, who actually oversees the finances of all the SACCOs that are regulated by SACCO. Not all SACCOs are regulated by SACCO, even in Kenya. So in here, the diaspora, meaning those who are not in Kenya, but registered in Kenya, we have about 12, 15 of them. And those ones, out of those, Grand Granite Diaspora SACCO is among the only 3 that are regulated by SACCO. You can go to the Ministry of Cooperatives or just type SACCO, and then you can just be able to find who are these SACCOs are regulated and whether they have been registered. So make sure you don't get caught with something different. But it doesn't mean like these other SACCOs can't operate. They cannot. They can operate. It's only we are into more higher level of regulation, because we were actually among those 3. We were the youngest. And they were able to get us because of how we were working, our transparency, following the rule of law, and all those things, and then assuring that members' assets are actually safeguarded.
Does the regulation include auditing of the SACCO books? Absolutely.
That's a good point again. Now, it's not even any other auditor who's going to audit any of these SACCOs. The Ministry of Cooperative, they have identified specific auditors, and anybody can also Google them, or you can go to SACCO site and they can tell who are these auditors. So they have to be also approved for them to be able to audit our books. We get audited annually. As when we started, we were being audited twice a year. We wanted to make sure we are doing the right thing, we are following the right numbers and how things should be, get assurance to our members so they can be able to see those numbers as they come. So that is one thing. And of course, and then even you mentioned about how do we connect with these other SACCOs. Do we talk to each other? We share information. For example, we know, what are you doing? What are we doing? Because we have a forum in where we have all these diaspora SACCOs. Out of these diaspora SACCOs, we discuss what is the issues they are facing, what are the issues I'm facing in my side, and so that we can just be able to share ideas with some of them, and then helping them. In fact, what now has led to is that now we're in the process of forming the Diaspora Union SACCOs. So I'm part of that leadership, trying to form a union. We have UK, we use a UK stock, then we stock UK, and then we have USA Diaspora SACCO, and then we also have several others, K-Nuts and other SACCOs. The E-Women, was that the one from Germany? So there's another one, EWE is for women, but I think everybody is incorporated, in, is included. So that is how we are forming that union, and then I think we're going to be able to help to streamline the process, and we can help the regulators. So whenever we can actually be able even to know whether something is happening, if there's something bad happening, we can be able to ring the bell quicker.
So maybe I'm jumping the gun, but just curious, this union is on ideas, operations, best practices. Will that also include maybe at some point coming together on investments or sharing resources, or that is
no, that
separate?
is total independence for transparency, for governance purposes, to make sure the training, or like we bring new leaders, they receive the right training. Something is happening maybe with another SACCO, we can just be able to support them to quickly reach out to the ministry. We can speak as a force. In Kenya, we also have, what's that cake? Kenya Alliance of SACCOs.
Okay.
It government helps out those SACCOs.
Okay.
So then we wanted to also have something that we can just be able to work together. At the end of the day, they may be serving like others, may be serving different demographics, but they have the same common purpose.
Okay.
Anchor Network.
So Lily,
Yes.
I think you are the person behind the numbers. How do you get members, or how does the SACCO grow its membership?
So, given the fact that we want to embrace the value that we want to see growing from now to the generation coming after us, we decided to do things differently. We are member referral only.
Okay.
We have a process, we have protocols that we have to follow.
Okay.
We have to vet every person who is coming in. We do our little check around, because you know somebody knows somebody who knows somebody that you know. We love the quantity, but we
quality is
embrace
king.
the quality first. Quantity is a second, or it's a runner-up.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, you better have two people,
Yeah.
and you make things happen.
Yeah.
Than have 1,000 people
And nothing is
and then
happening.
nothing happens, because this is pulling this side, the other one is pulling that side. We want that cohesiveness
Okay.
as we work together.
Okay.
Yes.
No, I like that because you're putting everything in place to ensure that the integrity of the SACCO stands, and also protecting the member's interest.
Yes.
So just knowing that before even the SACCO began, you had looked at what are some of the opportunities, what are some of the gaps that other SACCOs have experienced, and you took measures to ensure that that does not happen with the Grand Granite SACCO. That shows the length that you are ready to go to protect the membership interest. So thank you for that. What are some of the things that the SACCO is working on right now, if you can share, maybe those that you're able to share?
As Dr. Jake had explained earlier, it's merely for savings and credit, which
Okay.
means you save the money. It could be you treat it as your 401k, yeah, or you have. First of all, when we recruit people, we ask them what their objectives are.
Okay.
Because people we have in the SACCO of different categories. RISPA may come to the SACCO with an intention, hey, I've already done my investment, I have my share of things that I need, I do not need to do investment anymore, I do not need a loan anymore, I just want to put my money there, because that is liquidity now you're providing for the people. You know, when people borrow the money, it is not the money you're going to plug anywhere, that is members' money. So that is one way you're giving back. Your money is working out there. People want the loan, they're able to get the liquidity to borrow. So that objective that you come in with is what we build on.
Okay.
And there are those ones who come in because they want to borrow money and go build their little White House somewhere, Tarachambiri down there. I don't know if that's where you come from, but Keumbu, next to the banana land.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so they come in because they want to borrow a loan. And some people, because our investment arm membership is drawn from the SACCO, which means you have to be a member of the SACCO before you become the member of the investment
member
arm.
of the investment
So
arm.
that is the gateway, that is the entrance. So they become the members of the SACCO, then they join the investment because that is where their interest is.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So then let's go to investment. What are some of the things, opportunities the SACCO has been able to provide to members as far as investment is concerned?
A couple of things, if I can just recap on the SACCO. So you don't necessarily have, and I think Lily echoed on that, you don't have to come and borrow. you can just have money saved until at such a time when you want to retire, you can take all that funds that you have saved in the savings. There's categories now, capital but savings, and that money you can just be able to take it and you can use it as your retirement, or you can, and all whichever you can. That can also be inherited to somebody else, your kids, and one of the things is that you have to have who's gonna, in case something happens to you, who's gonna be taking over that, and the investment, I mean the funds that comes, the members, that the savings in the SACCO, that's 100%. The loan is not something you want to be able to come. It has to be secured. Secured loan for you. It's 100%. We want to be able, when you come back, and then you tell me, where is my money? I have to be able to answer that the money is here, and so you can be able to get back to that. So just wanted to say that just for the purpose, so that people know, not necessarily that if you don't have it alone, you can still save towards your retirement, like you said, 401k or retirement account.
Okay.
So what do you want to know about the investment?
What are some of the opportunities members get as far as the investment is concerned?
Yeah, the investment is the one that has been very hot. And actually tended to, there's some members who wants to just come straight to the investment, but then we say you have to go through the SACCO first in order to be that. It tests you from the SACCO first, and then you become, just like you graduated to become a member of the investment. But you can do those concurrently at the same time.
Is there a period, so maybe before you answer that question, is there a period that you have to
you can do those at the same time. Like you join in, so long as, that's why she asked what's your objective. So we don't want to be able to hold, we wanted this to be in the house, so that we can have all the products that we have. The other things that we are thinking, before we go there, so what opportunities that we have right now when we build, actually the investment started a year later, and that they are separate. They have their own board of directors and all the organization structure the same way, but I may, like a few of the people, like myself and Lily, we may have intertwined. Crossover to do those. So what opportunities we have is, I think this is the one that has grown tremendously in asset value, which has actually exceeded the SACCO, because I didn't even realize how investment was a big opportunity for our people, and they were yearning for it. And we, like when we bought, for example, we are into real estate. That's one of the major objectives, that because of the management and because we're investing in Kenya in most part, and we want to get products that are more safe, that we less management, and so that it's accountable. So we have, I think, several, like I think we have gone project 1, 2, 3, and mostly they are all in real estate, concentrated in Konza region, and I think the one that I think Lily will probably be able to really talk about, and I'll probably give her that chance to talk, is the gated communities, the big one. We have about 6 projects, and then there's also the other one with solar merchants that we entered, the big tall building that our members entered into. We don't own the whole building, but we have some ownership.
Units in
So those are the 2 hot ones, but there is other plots, land, you call it land, that we own within the Konza region. And we're at the gated community. I think Lily can just be able to extrapolate on that one.
Gated community?
Yes.
Oh, tell me more.
So the gated community, from the get-go, actually, this was my dream. I dreamt of a gated community that's housing with a full homeowners association, very secure and modern houses, just imitating what we have here in the United States. And we will have a commercial center. This commercial center will incorporate from the shopping mall. We want to make sure when our friends come from here, they're able to visit and get something they know.
Something familiar.
Something familiar. We're going to have professional building. We'll have a worship center. We have a library right there. We'll have I was talking to one of our sisters here, I cannot mention the name right now because I don't have permission to do that, who has a healthcare service. What if you are able to be part of this, and let's get our hospital being built over there. We have so many doctors who are willing, and nurses who are willing to go and do volunteer work there and help our people. Yeah, so that is what we envisioned.
At the grocery store.
Or the grocery store.
Sounds like.
Yeah, the sounds like. So we, you may have to find a name for that. We can have that. You are able to get. Maybe you need to think a way you can get that those belts like the airport one from the grocery to your house.
To my house.
It's just a big dream, but slowly we are getting there.
All dreams
now the
are
land
valid.
is there. We have the vision there. We are working with several investors on that, and the town planners, so we can be able at least to see if we can be able to realize that dream.
In short years, you've been able to do amazing work and grown the SACCO into what it is today. So membership and also the net worth. So I have to say congratulations and thank you for having the dream and the courage to start. You speak of retirement. We have children.
Yes.
Maybe they don't want to retire in Kenya.
You're right.
Is there a plan in the Grand Granite Diaspora SACCO for young people?
Yes.
Okay.
So as part of the marketing team, we had envisioned that.
Oh, okay.
I tell people something funny when we went home, and my son was little then. He was asking me, "Mama, when are we going back home?" I'm like, "Hey,
We are home.
I'm like, "No, I want to go back home." So that is where that environment we are talking about, something familiar. They want to see that.
Yeah.
But all the same, we had that vision of incorporating their dream. We started what we call the Young Achievers. Young Achievers is comprises the age of 18 to 35.
Okay.
It's led by Mr. Isbon. Isbon is a part of the marketing team as well, and now he's chairing the Young Achievers Club.
Okay.
So those young professionals, remember earlier I did talk about different tests,
Right.
different dreams.
Right.
I'm talking about retirement. They're thinking something else. They want to build maybe a bowling center. They
Yeah.
want to have a little cowboy stadium over there.
Maybe.
That's not what I'm dreaming about. They're
No.
thinking with the AI in the process right now. They're thinking is really
Technology?
going.
Yeah.
Yes, technology. I'm still a dinosaur. When I'm looking for the paper, they are already on the internet going.
They
like
already
this.
shared
So-
the communication.
Yes.
Yeah.
So these young achievers, not only do we want them to invest anywhere without boundaries, as long as it's legally bound, they can invest here.
Okay.
So we are working on some logistic on how we can get our young achievers to invest here.
Okay.
So us as the grown-ups can invest through them, yeah? Through them here right in the United States. Yeah. When they want a bungalow, I just need 1 2-bedroom house. I don't want to go upstairs. They still want to go upstairs. I don't want to kill their dream because
Yeah.
they're tomorrow's leaders.
Right.
The vision we have now for continuity purposes, we are trying to see how we can hold their hands slowly into the leadership. So tomorrow when I need somebody to help me with mashed potatoes, they're able to know what to
They're
do.
able to help.
Yes,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
already they will be having a foundation that is favoring what their dream is.
Right.
Not at least to disorient what we have laid the basis on, but they're able to carry that vision on a different level.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I'm actually blown away because many times we don't remember the young people in many of the things that we do. We have come from a society that doesn't remember to be inclusive of the young people, and many.
We're opening up.
Yeah, we are definitely opening up, and especially when it comes to matters money. You see many businesses, especially if you look back home, many businesses die when the parents go. Now they die because these parents didn't involve the children into the business so they can know the ins and outs of the business. Jake,
Yes.
any words of wisdom? Parting shot.
It's been, I can just tell you, people like myself, and there's so many others, who came from very difficult background. when I remember my story, how I grew up. Some of us, we were not supposed to be here.
Yep.
But where we are.
But here we are.
And that is one, like for example, respect, you know what you do, what you've been doing. Come, let us build it. Let's see what you can do. It's not, you can criticize, but then add a point to it so that you can just be able to build it. That's why we even, I was in you know, in Minto when you opened up, you brought a lot of people together from around the United States. And I was happy and be proud, and you gave us a chance to talk about the SACCO, and now here we are. You like it? Be part of it.
You don't like it?
It's okay. It's okay. And we are not going to be able to satisfy everybody.
Right.
Everybody, they have their own ambitions, things. And that's why Omogusii, whatever they are, it doesn't now mean you're coming together with us, you're going to partner with us, we're going to work together. Any other organizations out there
they're welcome.
Who wants to come and build, you are welcome.
Right.
Let's build this. Let's have all these visions from the SACCO. Our chairman says the bank will be the stop, will be the bank. That's one of the dreams that he has. Madam Vice, he say you got to find what?
He wants on our gated community up there on the roof where our helicopter written to GGDS is going to land.
Oh!
So it's all these are big dreams people have.
Dreams, you know?
We don't close it. Bring it. They discuss about it.
Yeah.
Our members, they contribute to what we. It's not that just they contribute the money. Bring the ideas they have.
Too. Yeah.
What is it working? What is not? Our leaders. Since we started 4 years ago, it's going to 4 years.
Yeah.
None of them has been compensated even a penny. Because we want to make sure we can be able to deliver before we can just be able to even give something to our leaders. We're very transparent. You can open me, you can ask me anytime at any point, how are we doing with the SACCO or the investment? I don't have to be suspicious and telling you, okay, hold on.
Let me get back to you.
Yes. No, the things are there. Maybe some things haven't been updated, but everything is there. You're comfortable. So that is one of the things I think we're very proud of, and my time, I think it's worth it. And I'm happy when our people will benefit. Remember, the leadership, they don't benefit any different than the members. In fact, the members benefit more.
Because they don't put in the work.
Yes, yeah. And the leaders, when they borrow even the loan, they have more scrutiny. Yeah, so we have to go another layer up before we can even be able to give them a loan.
Wow. No,
Sorry.
that is really nice that you have all these checks and balances. You're crossing all T's, dotting all I's to make sure that there's no question, especially around ethics.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that is great. Parting shot.
Yes, ma'am. The Grand Granite Diaspora SACCO. The SACCO Omogusii in America. And it's there to cater for the interests of the Omogusii community. You may not believe in the dream that has been built, but you do have a dream. How can we incorporate your dream? Come to build, don't come to tear.
If they have idea, they bring it in.
They bring the idea.
And Choti said, Dr. Choti is one of the actually and also the Mohammed, the former central bank chair. He came to our AGM last year. We were proud to have him. He gave us some ideas, and he's now partnering to be with us. Ambassador Vitange, he was nurtured us from the beginning, and he's been always is my advisor. We have people on the ground. We call it them what?
SMEs.
Yes, on the ground. And so they kind of like, when we look into something, we ask them, can you check this to make sure, because we are over here.
Yeah.
So we have good things going on. Those are the people we also are very thankful. Mr. Maganda from KCP Bank. Those are people who are also have been giving us advice on how we can grow, because they have grown entities, they have grown empires. And of course, thank you to you for what you do. You know, every time that I sit with you, it's like I'm learning something new.
And I'm also very thankful for you for taking the time to sit down with us this evening. We have a lot of people in our community doing great work.
Absolutely.
Ordinary people doing extraordinary work. and this is an opportunity to start highlighting those stories, so we can be able to celebrate each other and celebrate the work that is happening in our community. So thank you so very much.
We appreciate your time and be here with you.
Thank you so much for watching. Again, this is Anchor Network, where we bring you conversations of ordinary people doing extraordinary work. If you want to be one of the conversations, please do not hesitate to reach out to us using the information that is on your screen. We are looking forward to sitting down with you and share or hear your story. Until next time, do not forget to like, subscribe on all our social media channels. This again has been Rispa Abraham, and behind the camera, Jadida Njue. Thank you.
Network of ordinary people creating extraordinary impact.